What's up guys, how are you guys doing? In this video, I want to talk to you guys about the reroll process in Star Savior and who you guys should be going with, because there has been some changes happening earlier today because of this right here, okay? We finally know what Hilda kit is, okay? And from what I've seen, she seems to be an insane tank, guys, who's pretty much unkillable, guys, for most content, okay, because of how tanky she gonna be, okay. And so I want to make like a discussion video about like if everyone should still be going for Asherah with a one dupe or just go for a one copy of Hilda, okay. And yeah, I just want to discuss about that, okay? Because yeah, Hilda kit seems amazing, by the way. So yeah, but before that, I do want to mention one thing right here. Of course, let me just look at this. Of course, this is their like live 2D art right here. And bro, Yomina, she got some huge personalities. I'm just gonna say that, okay? Of course, Hilda looking. Hilde or Hilda, right? I think it's Hilde. Hilde looks amazing as well. Of course, we don't know anything about Rosaria because she's coming later, so we don't know anything about her yet, okay? But I do want to show you guys something right here, okay? So look at this. Look at this beautiful thing right here, guys. They have finally added a guest login to the care side, which means global also gonna get it, so reroll gonna be so much easier, guys. This is freaking amazing. Of course, before now, guys, the way care players reroll is using their Google account or Apple account right here for some reason, right, which was a pain in the ass. So but now with the guest login, it's amazing. And if I'm not mistaken, once you do the tutorial once, you could just actually skip the tutorial. So yeah, reroll gonna be very easy, guys, okay, based on this. And yeah, so when you're rerolling, you just log in with your guest login right here, you do your thing, you reroll, and if you don't get something you like, you just delete the account and then start again, right? Very simple right here. And yeah, anyways, let's go back to Hilde's kit right here. We have a scuffed translation for her kit, and I think it's close, right? It's close to her kit, and I kind of want to discuss that real quick, guys. Okay, so if we look at Hilde, this is, of course, we are her passive right here, we are her basic attack, we are her skill, and we are her ultimate right here. And pretty much if we start from her passive right here, let me show you guys. So this is her passive right here, okay? So what her passive does is, at the start of the first battle, grant a shield to all allies except yourself for one turn. That's already broken, guys, okay? You just get shield at the start of the turn, which is insane, right? And the shield increases in proportional to her maximum HP, which is amazing. So you definitely want to build her with a lot of HP. I'm actually surprised she doesn't scale off of defense, considering she's a defender and stuff like that, but this is amazing right here. And of course, level 2 or higher level up additional options increased Hilde's maximum HP by 5%. So yeah, already she's looking to be a better real target than Asherah, because she's actually coming with a passive, okay? Where Asherah doesn't really have a passive, and you're gonna need like that one dupe to unlock her passive, which is a lot of like hard work, right? Anyways. And then we got maximum level skill value, and you also get this preemptive defense right here, occurs based on the probability of occurrence. And this preemptive defense is taunt, actually, right? And when it occurs, targets the enemy attacks to yourself, right? So she's gonna be taunting the enemy, and the enemy will be targeting her and stuff like that, okay? Changes to take the attack instead. And preemptive defense occurs only once per turn and only on the first attack skill of the opponent's turn. That's a kind of unfortunate. They put a kind of like limit to it, but I guess it makes sense. They don't want to make her absolutely broken, right? And then it says it does not occur with full attack skill, break state, stun, or sleep state, right? Very good. Of course, this is applying to her. So if she's stunned or sleep or anything, she can't taunt, right? So that makes sense, right? And then if we look at her, her basic attack, her basic attack is very simple. So let me just show you guys. So if you look at, so her basic attack is this right here. Quickly approach the enemy and attacks by swinging both swords. Grant yourself one ignition stack. Damage increase in proportional to maximum health. Of course, you guys know what ignition stacks are. They are the one that let you do more damage, like 5% more damage to the attribute you are strong against, okay? And these ignition stacks or other stacks similar 2 ignitions for each like attributes. Yes, a lot of characters their kit actually revolves around those stacks as well. So yeah, this is interesting, right? But her basic attack, very simple basic attack right there. And then we have her skill right here. This thing is broken, by the way. So it performs an attack that penetrates the enemy lips and slumps down, right? Grant yourself immunity and increase defense for 2 turns, which is amazing, guys. And if your ignition is at maximum stacks, which is 6, if I'm not mistaken. I think it's 6. Actually, no. I think it's 5. So let me just check real quick before we we make assumption, right? So it's 5 stack, right? So ignition stacks are 5 right here. So maximum 5 stacks, so right here. So if your ignition is at maximum stack 5 after a hit, reduce Dragon Buster cooldown by 1 turn, which is insane, guys, okay? And it clears all ignition stacks, damage increase and proportional to maximum. So pretty much, if you are based on your ignition stack, you actually can reduce the cooldown on this thing. The cooldown is 4 turn, but with this right here, you could actually reduce that to 3 turns. So she could pretty much like spam this whenever she feel like that, every 3 turns, which is amazing, right? And whenever she use it, she actually gives herself defense up and immunity, right? Which is broken, right? And of course, this is what it looks like, right? This is her immunity right here, and this is her defense up. Of course, this is a gameplay they posted. Let's just look at how no, this is her ultimate. So that's her basic attack right here. And this is her skill right here. As you can see, she has the basic attack, skill, and ultimate right here, okay? And then she's gonna use her ultimate, right? As you can see, she have her immunity and defense buff right here. See, that's a crazy angle. And there you go. So that's her ultimate and skills and stuff there, right? So very, very good right here. Her skill is absolutely broken, by the way. And now if we look at her ultimate, so let's look at her ultimate. So her ultimate is called Buster Overdrive. Cooldown 5 turns cooldown. Charges forward and attack all enemies with artillery fire. Grant Pafinial Descent, I think. And it cannot be dispelled. So this is crazy, right? So this right here. Let me show you guys. So this. So this right here, this buff right here, you cannot dispel it, which is amazing, right? So very, very good right here. And then in Star Saver, there are a lot of undispellable buffs, which is actually amazing, right? To sell for 3 turns, which is insane, and has a 75% up to 100% chance to apply a 1-turn taunt effect to the enemy with the highest action gauge. That is really good. And grant 1 ignition stacks to self. The shield and damage dealt increase proportional to the user's maximum HP. Makes sense. And yeah, so this is going to be one fat ass shield right here, okay? Because it scales with her HP, and you just want to give her a bunch of HP and speed. And yeah, she's going to be chilling, okay? And then we have the Descent of Papnal. Cannot be dispelled. Increase defense by 20%, and when taking damage, absorb a set amount of damage instead of losing health affected by effect related to shields, right? So very, very good right here. Yeah, her ultimate is broken. So now the real question is, should you guys go for a 1 copy Hilde or Asherah with 1 dupe, okay? For me personally, I'm still gonna be going for 1 copy of Hilda and at least 1 dupe Asherah right here, okay? Because Asherah is still gonna be absolutely broken. And when it comes to the tier list, Hilda definitely gonna be top tier defender, which is same level as Emily. I could definitely see that, but I still want an Asherah dupe Asherah, right? Because she's just so broken, man. She's just insane healer, and yeah, you could use her every single where. Okay, she's just amazing, right? So of course, when Rosaria comes, she's probably gonna be top tier attacker, right? And from what we know so far, she's gonna be a ranger class, okay? So which is insane, right? So definitely, man, I'm still gonna go for a 1 copy of Asherah. Right, I mean 1 Asherah with 1 dupe and 1 copy of Hilde. Okay, that's what we're gonna look for. Okay, of course, like I said, if you guys watch my reroll plan, I'm also trying to get at least Banniger Charlotte, Banniger Claire Frey Noble Princess or Bell Rice as well. Of course, Lacey is a messed up, right? We're gonna select Lacey from the box. That's pretty much how it's gonna be. But I don't think Asherah gonna be inside the box, so Lacey is the the way to go, okay, from the box and stuff like that. But yeah, so pretty much for me is the same. My role plan didn't change. I'm still gonna be going for Asherah, right, with dupe. But for you guys, right, if you guys want to have easier time rerolling, guys, you guys definitely should be going for one copy of Hilda and whatever you get here, okay? Hopefully you might get like top tier characters with in addition to Hilde, so that way you could progress a lot easier. But yeah, of course, Emily, she's not needed as much now with the addition of Hilde, because Hilde is just broken as well, similar to Emily. So yeah, if I get Emily, it's fine. If I don't get her, it's fine as well, because we're gonna go for Hilde as well, right? But yeah. So for you guys, if you guys want to have easier time to reroll, definitely go with one copy of Hilde, and Lacey, of course. Lacey, everyone should be going for Lacey when it comes to the selector boxer, okay? And then whatever you get, right? So hopefully you get top tier characters when you're rerolling, so you guys can use them with Hilde and progress a lot easier as well, right? So yeah, that's my plans didn't change. But for you guys, if you guys want want to have a lot more easier time rerolling and stuff like that, definitely, yeah, I would recommend going for Hilde, okay? Because Hilde, she gonna be absolutely broken as well whenever she comes out, right? And she gonna be keeping your teams alive, no problem, okay? So yeah, of course, Rosaria, once she comes out, she gonna be absolutely broken as well. If like I said in my previous video, I'm gonna be maxing Rosaria no matter what, so that plan haven't changed as well. But yeah, this is amazing, man. Of course, before Rosaria comes, she gonna be event boss, okay? So we're gonna be fighting her until she comes out, and then when she comes out, everyone can use her as well, okay? But yeah, that's it for the video. Let me know what you guys think about Hilde, and let me know if you guys real plan have changed or not based on this. And yeah, thank you for watching, and of course, don't forget to like and subscribe.